crap. They've got to get in somewhere, and it's 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
Okay, they're getting in somewhere,
right?
And I'm telling you, at the other end, I'm the guy on the other end saying, it's full of roaches here.
and I'm the guy that just refuses to believe.
And then everyone's house is connected to this main common pipe where all the roaches are. They're all hanging out in there. It's a city of roaches. Yeah. Okay? It's like
there's not a good side of town. It's all bad underneath.
It's all the bad side of town, and they're all connected.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's connected. So unless you have, something. I mean, they can swim, okay? They can swim.
They can swim?
Yes, they can swim.
Wait, do they float? They all float out here, Johnny.
I think they can do whatever they want. I think they can float. I think they can swim. They're proven to be one of the most resilient creatures on Earth.
Right. Which almost segues us to our next non-believing fact. Zombies.
Okay. Now this is what you might call a hot button issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's lots of hot button issues out there today, but we're not going to touch on any of those. We're going to touch on something that
not unless we're asked
is absolutely going to affect you in your lifetime. That's zombie apocalypse. Okay.
I, for one, know there is a zombie virus out there. People are thinking,
okay,
not like the movies. I mean, that's fantasy. That's Hollywood, making it sexy for us. Oh no, it's much nastier.
Okay, now wait a second. A real zombie virus.
A real zombie virus.
Now let's back up, okay?
Yes.
Because when you start talking about things,
I wish I had a button that made the backup song.
I say, yeah. I consider this to be in the realm of the medical category.
Absolutely.
When we start talking about zombies, okay? Because we're talking about there's a couple different types of zombies, the undead, or a virally infected, or some type of mutagenic thing. And so we're talking science, we're talking medicine. And the reason I say medicine, okay, so my wife is in medicine. She's a respiratory therapist. She's very, 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 very smart, smarter than me. And we were talking about zombies.
We don't want to say where, but it is a very, very exclusive place. Prestigious.
She's like, yeah, zombies. She won't watch zombie movies. I didn't know until recently. She wouldn't touch. I'm like, what is her deal? She's Catholic. She doesn't like exorcist movies and possession stuff. And honestly, I don't either. That stuff, I don't even like watching it. But then, there's a couple zombie movies that came out, like World War Z and stuff. I'm like, babe, let's watch this. And she's absolutely 100% no. I'm like, why? Well, finally, here not that long ago, kind of get down to the nuts and bolts of it. And she's like, I think it could really happen. I'm like, what? So now that I say that, and we're talking about the medical stuff, a lot of listeners don't know this. I called at the beginning of the show, I called you Billy Doc Huggins. Okay, so you were an Army medic.
I was, and I'm now thinking maybe I shouldn't have used my real name, because this information I have for you is less than top secret. But
we're not about to go on an Alex Jones thing here, are we?
Well, is that the guy that waits for you, like tempts you in with underage girls online, and then he sits on the couch, wants you to have a seat, and you're like, again?
What? No, Alex Jones.
That's how to catch a predator.
No.
That's how we're going to catch him.
That's freaking. Gosh dang it. That's John Quinones or something like that.
John Cojones.
I don't know what his name is. No, Alex Jones. Dude. You're killing me. Now, Alex Jones, he's the biggest conspiracy guy out there. Like, he's made a living off of...
To prove this is not a conspiracy, I don't know who Alex Jones is. You can look.
How do you not know who?
I wouldn't Google that. They're gonna find you.
I'm looking it up right now on my phone. I'm gonna show you a picture of Alex Jones.
If it's your, I'm gonna be very upset.
This guy. You've never seen this guy?
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
See,
I thought that was the guy that Ronald Reagan's son.
No, dude, no.
Like his adopted son.
His Okay, we're getting off track here.
Didn't he commit suicide after looking into the Clinton email?
InfoWars.
InfoWars!
No, he's still alive. The guy's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, he's great. I love him.
Well,
I think, I mean, he's out there. He's out there for sure. But some of the stuff he says, you're like, here's what's crazy about it. Some of the stuff he says, you're like, this guy's out of his freaking mind. But then he'll say something that you're like, oh, okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. So you don't, he kind of keeps you on your toes. Like, should I believe what this guy's saying? Because the other stuff he was saying made sense. Okay, so now you know who Alex Jones is.
Now I know who Alex Jones is.
What is the zombie virus we're talking about?
The zombie virus. Okay. So there I was, long after my time in... Now, okay, anybody that's been overseas with the military knows you go through this just slaughterhouse of shots. And you don't even know what these antivirus protection, some of it's McAfee, they insert it in other spots. But, you get all these shots, whatever. Okay, fine. Anthrax isn't real. And then you move on with your life. So later on, I'm working for a very unprestigious ambulance company. And at the time, I'm reading World War Z. Without saying the book is better than the movie, but it's like the only thing the movie and the book have, close to each other was that there's zombies in it. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm reading this, and I'm working long past midnight, living off of just adrenaline and coffee. And I would look out my window occasionally and see these ranting homeless people just walking past the ambulance, just maybe it's Tourette's, maybe it's not. Okay. Who's to say at 1 a.m. when you've been reading a novel?
I too have been to downtown Tulsa late at night.
You don't know. So, anyways, I was joking with this one lady who worked for the Red Cross she was one of the Red Cross people that go to different countries, not the ones that sit here and, do blood banks. Anyway, she was a transporter of blood, and so we got into the conversation. I don't know if she was having a heart attack and needed to go to the hospital or not. That didn't matter. The conversation got good. And I'm like, so I doubt I could even give blood. I've been overseas in the past 18 months. And she goes, okay, what country? And she goes, okay, well, that's not that bad. And I'm thinking, Afghanistan was pretty bad. People's eyeballs had staph infections and other things. But then, curiosity got me. What countries are bad? She started to mention countries like Poland and other East Soviet bloc countries. And I'm like, okay, maybe Chernobyl, something like that. And she goes, you know about mad cow disease, right? And you know about how you've seen if you travel to these countries, they don't want you to give blood between this year and that year. And they check up. And what we've all thought was probably AIDS or something, some sort of liver infection, was actually people contracting mad cow from, not well-cooked meat. And their nervous system getting all screwed up. So which led me to, I'm still reading that zombie book, and I discuss it with her. She's like, yeah, they turn into, it's not like Parkinson's, it's not like, dementia. It's these people go nuts, and they're still walking around like trying to gnaw on their shoulders and stuff. And I'm like, I'm generally afraid now.
This is, man, I remember when I first started hearing about mad cow disease, we were kids. We were kids. Like, were we in middle school?
Yeah. What was on CNN headline news?
I just know it was in the 90s. I don't remember, but I'm trying to, so I'm looking up right now. Oh, so it was discovered in the 80s. I'm not meaning to interrupt you.
My story's over.
Okay.
I mean, when she went to the hospital, I don't know, she might have died.
Well, I just gotta go on this trip here and, how do you get, what are the symptoms is what I'm trying to...
Symptoms of human mad cow.
Yeah, what are they?
They are internet failure.
Internet failure.
Immediately. They are SWAT teams being sent to your location. They are...
13-month time. Okay. Even if a person has it and survives the 13-month time frame...
Oh my God.
He or she probably would not know that they had it until many years later.
Ooh.
It can take as long as 15 years for